Tuesday, July 8th, and I'm back down not to mow or anything, but just to check on the property. Check on the water pressure first. Still up, so it's maintaining its pressure. Check the bathrooms. Someone needs to learn to take their trash when they leave. Okay, everything's looking well. The fence is down a little bit. I'll take care of that in a minute. Well, the door was left open. To the pavilion. Check, make sure the screen doors were locked. Yes, they were. Good. Good. And the screen was not knocked out. That's good. They brought the ladder up, and they got the boat halfway off the grass. Check the shed. All the noodles are back in place. Everything's back in place, it looks like. So good. Didn't lock the top lock, but that's no biggie. Now if I could just find the wire I used to hold the doors together. There it is. Use that just to keep the doors from coming apart. Everything else looks okay. I think I'm going to, I'll fix the screen, and I'll probably stack the rest of that wood. I can see that the water's not going down any, which I don't expect it to with the inlet pipe, with the back of the inlet pipe being 8 inches taller than the front. It's going to stay wet. It's gone down slightly because the water is coming back out from underneath the deck, but still not enough. You can see over here where the water previously, when I got it straightened out, was out from here. It's at least a foot deeper here, and it goes all the way back. I wish he was here so that we could, I could talk to him. I hate sending an email and doing it all by email. It's too impersonal, but something has to be done. Well, I'll get my stuff out of the SUV and put it in the refrigerator. Well, I'm going to go to the back of the property, check everything along the way. The rain has settled in the ash that Blake put around his cherry tree. I need to see if I can get the weed eater going. I need to weed eat in a few places. It's not really bad now, right now, but eventually, in another couple weeks, it's gonna need some trim, especially back here around this ditch. Get some of these small trees that are starting to grow up. None of them worthwhile. Trees and bushes. Look back here and see if we can see any more flowers coming up. I doubt it. This is just weeds. When the water comes through, knock the weeds down some. You can really see a channel down through there. Yeah, I don't see anything really. The coneflowers all bloomed out. Looks like we got some more blooms coming on. Small ones. Be nice if they took off a little bit. I don't know what that is, but it's kind of pretty, but it's small. Got some more black-eyed Susans back here, or brown-eyed Susans, whatever they are. Where Blake had trimmed the cherry tree, I put the wood back here. I'm going to take some of it home with me. I was letting it dry. When I cook with the drill, or hey puppies, look at this. Somebody had some puppies. Yeah. Yeah. Where you guys from? Where are you guys from? Why do I have the feeling that you guys have been let loose? He's got, the one brown-haired one has got ticks all over its eyes. Or a couple of ticks on its eyes. Yep, I think they've been dumped. Because now they're starting to follow me. You gotta be one sick human being just to dump puppies out in the woods. Kills me to have to ignore them, but they're looking for a home and I don't have one for them. That is so sad. Well, the nice thing about this kitchen floor is that because of the coloring and the spackling, it looks clean even when it's not. I just swept it up, and that is the pile that I came up with. So even though it looks clean, it would be, we would like people when they leave to sweep both this floor and the pavilion floor. And not only will it look clean, it'll be clean. Same thing goes for the pavilion floor. We'd like everyone to sweep the floor before they leave. In the very least, clean off the picnic tables of the residue of food that you leave behind if you sit at the tables and eat. And that will keep the critters away. Thankfully, the screen was not disturbed this week because the door was left open, and what we don't need are raccoons getting in through the door, then coming into the kitchen, let alone any other animal. So I'm going to sweep the pavilion floor right now. And I've just swept the pavilion. I sweep the east side and the west side separate. I already swept out the east side. Here is the damage for the west side, and it's almost as big as what I had for the east side. So it may look clean in here, but there's always dust and pollen and cobwebs that you can get out. So when you leave, we request that everyone clean the pavilion, sweep the pavilion before they leave, so that it's in halfway decent shape when the next member arrives. First thing they want to do, they don't have to clean for a long time. I think what I'm going to try to do, I'm just going to do a little test. No one worked on the insulation for this old refrigerator. I'm going to test and just see how difficult it is to get the old insulation off. I'll set you up when I do that. Here's what I'm going to try to use. I got a razor blade, a big bladed screwdriver, a small hammer, and a scraper. And this is what we're going to try to get off, is this old insulation that's all cracked. If we can get that off, I've got this insulation to try, but what we might really need is some rubber insulation, and I'll start looking for that. First I want to test to see if it's possible to even get this off. So I'm going to try, start at the top here, and set you up here so you don't fall over, and see what we can do. Start with the putty knife. Yeah, see if we get it back behind there. It looks like there's a channel back here. Yeah, just split the floor and I'm going to make it all messy around here. Oh, yeah. That's a rubber gasket. You can see. See if I can find something like that. That looks like something that comes out of a door, regular door too. It's got a little channel here, and then a channel up here at the top. There's a channel there that just closes when the door is closed. So I'm going to save a piece of that. There's just insulation inside of that. Well, it's not as hard to get out as I thought it was going to be. It's just a matter of somebody wanting to do it. I'm not going to take all of it off, but I'm going to just test, see how hard and difficult it was, and it's not difficult at all. Now that channel at the bottom fits on a little edge that's right here. So if I can find something like that, which I'll start looking, you could replace that and have a lot more secure beer fridge. Should I call it a drink fridge? Be politically correct. Just rubbing up against the insulation that's in there. It's sort of a fiber insulation. Never seen anything like it. But then again, this is from the 1930s, probably, if not older. I'd say 1930s. So who knows what kind of insulation they had at the time. I'm not even going to try to install that other insulation. I think I'll try to find something rubber with channels on it like this. I thought that was glued on when I first tried it, but this is coming off fairly easy. There's screws here that hold this panel on, insulated panel. Might even be easier if I took that off, but this is coming off so easy. I'm just going to continue like this for right now. I thought about testing that other insulation up there, but it's got a back to it, a glued back, and I don't want to put it along here and then have it grab the insulation and pull it off if it doesn't work. So I'm just going to leave this like this. Clean up my mess here just a little bit. I'm only going to do the top, but it gives me a good idea of what kind of rubber gasket I'm looking for. Maybe you'll get on Google and just look for a channel rubber gasket, door gasket. See what pops up. Should probably measure this also. Get a good feel for the size it needs to be. Screwdriver on this that the channel is already broken. It's just pushed in there and just pop this out like that, saving as much of the insulation as possible. And if I took these 8, 12 screws out, there's 3, 6, 8, 10 screws out. I could probably get it out of here even easier, but this is not that difficult. Other than the fact it's hot and humid today, and I'm sitting here sweating even so. It's so brittle. Just a little bit of force breaks it up to pieces. About getting a little foam insulation spraying in there too before I put this back. It'll probably be the ticket. Could be working on the weed eater, but I didn't dress for a dirty, gassy repair job today, so plus it's hot to work outside, so we're just gonna wait on that. Yeah, I'm gonna quit. I could do the rest of it, but I really don't feel like it. You can see I got a mess there on the floor now, so I'm going to clean that up now that since I'd already swept, and then do something else. One of the last things I want to do is shut the door, make it easier, turn on the light. before I leave is to switch out the filter. You see how dark it's getting. Need to turn this from, put the pressure off, and see if I can't turn this valve. It's on right now, and I'm going to turn it 90 degrees to the bypass position. There's a red button on top, and what that does is it relieves the pressure. With the pressure relieved on the valve, I should be able to turn it, hopefully. And also, with the pressure relieved, it's much easier to take the body of the filter off. That is difficult. I don't know if I can get the get this on it or not. I may need to make one of these. Trouble is with the big circle, it's hard to get it in there. You have to get one of the big wrenches to get it off. I'll just stand here until the pressure's all gone. Wouldn't think you'd have to have the pressure off to turn the switch, but it is too difficult to do. And I do not wish to break it. Turn either way, so I don't know if you can hear the pressure coming out, but you can hear the water dripping. Now the trouble is too, all I'm doing now that I think about it, if this is on, then whatever pressure is in this, it's going to be in this. So unless I drop the pressure of the pump, that's going to stay. So I'm going to go get a wrench and see if I can turn that with a wrench. Got the big channel lock. Try it with that. There we go. Now it should be on bypass. When I let the pressure off, the pressure should stay off. There we go. And now take the wrench, put it on up here, and it comes off easily. You can see how black it is. When I take it outside, we've got new filters up here on the shelf. I'm going to pour a little bit of, the only main thing is there's an O-ring. You don't want to lose that O-ring. So see how black the filter is? Throw the filter out there, pour the water out, and you can see how dirty it is in there. I'm going to take a little bleach. I'm going to pour a little bleach inside this. Take a rag and wipe it off real good, and then take it to the hose outside and wash it off. Wash it out. Turn it back on when I put it back on. Well, I've got this cleaned out as best I could. Now I want to take a new filter, and it fits down over the bump in the bottom. There it goes. Down a little bit so you can see. And what I want to do is just take a little bit of bleach, pour it in here on the filter in the body, and fill it about halfway up. Once I get it back on, make sure it's not leaking. If it's not leaking, then we'll go into both bathrooms, flush the toilets and the sinks to get the bleach running through their pipes, and then we'll go into the cabin and we'll run the water in the cabin until we smell bleach coming through. That way we'll know we've cleaned the pipes as best we can. Hold that down a little bit. Put it back up here in place. Get it started. It gets a little slick. This all some. Make it hand tight with a new O-ring. That seems to be tight up. You'll see that bleach is only up to here. When I turn it on, it should throw water back into it. Like that. There we go. No water's leaking. So we'll go into each bathroom. I'll grab my tools here. Open the door. And the views around. Turn out the light. I turned off the pump. Turn the pump back on. I had not unlocked this one. We'll flush this. This is one that leaks. I want to make sure that it seats. Water there turns on. We'll come back and check and make sure everything's not running before we leave. It's starting to cloud up. But it is humid. It may not be that hot, but it's humid. Flush this toilet. Drain this water. Pump turned on. Come in here. Turn on the water halfway between cold and hot. And we're going to let it run until I smell bleach. At least my hand smells like bleach. I'm waiting. I'll go ahead and put my wrench back in the Craftsman case. Turn off the light because I'm not planning. Well, I still have to fix that fence out there. Screen. Just a slight smell. for a few minutes. Bleach I smell, I think it's coming off my hand. I'm gonna let that run a little bit. While I let that run, let's just walk out to the fence and fix that fell down. Just fell down a little. Still enough to keep the geese out. I thought about bringing my suit and swimming out and resetting the footer valve. I can tell that it's moved in. It's either swim out to it or take the boat out to it. And if I take the boat out to it, I may be swimming anyway, so. See if we catch the end of this. There we go. Cut that down and put that on top of that. Very difficult to do. Yep. Obviously for some it is. Last thing I need to do . And before I do that, because I still got the shovel out, I'm going to turn it off here and leave it at that. Turn off the water, turn off the video. Well, I'm ready to leave. Fix the fence out there. Put the boat up on the deck so that the retiree didn't have to try to lift it. Turn the fans off. Those doors are locked there. The east door is locked. Shut that door and lock it. Say goodbye to our host. Utility room is closed and lights off. Water's off. The hot water heater was never turned on, but it's off. The bathrooms are all locked. I ran the hose until the pump ran, and now it's up at a little over 50 pounds. There were no leaks in the north bathroom. Put everything up into the shed, shut the shed door, connected the top lock that hadn't been activated, and I've put the wire back in just to make sure that the doors stay closed together. And that's it. I've got the trash out in the SUV, and I'm getting ready to get out of here fairly early. So until it's almost 1. So until the next time, everyone stay safe, be careful, and take care out there. Till next time.